Warning, this show has outdated attitudes, language, and views which may cause offense today. If you don't like it, suck it. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Seven Kinds of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and good evening, Adega, Outlaw, Purple Valkyrie, What's His Basement, Whatnot, Chris Persia, the Wrench of Wrenches is here, Mando, Merc, Crimson Mist. Good evening, Project Storytime, Naughty Monkey, O'Rath. How are you guys doing? Colin P. Smith. Naughty Monkey, ORAD Positive Candor, good evening, sir. Mr. CCDB and Jedi Bill 797. Good evening, guys. Beer drinking Ron, good evening. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Seven Kinds of Mischief. I'm joined tonight by my co-hosts, Clobberin Times, 24/7 Fusion Media, and Pat Steven Seagal, and I got to switch them. I gotta switch them over so Pat Stevens
put me in the corner. You put me in the corner like baby. What the hell?
in the corner. What's his face? Whatnot? What's up, man? What's up, everybody? What's up to the chat? Miss y'all. There you go.
Chris.
Big Outlaw. What's up? What's up, man? It's good to see y'all.
So if you guys saw the thumbnail, then you will know more is always better. That is every icon and every dragon I have currently on the screen on that thumbnail. And it's got to be good because, you know, more is better, right? That's what DC do. More is better. Let's just throw a whole shitload of people in there. Who cares if it makes any sense or not? And it'll work. Trust me. The future of DC Comics is here, ladies and gentlemen. And it is a whole bunch of shit.
Yes.
Well, it kind of goes along with 2020, don't it? Because it's what we've seen four corners of a wall and every type of franchise literally go down the goddamn Hollywood toilet.
Yes.
And I have seen more lint hair in my belly button with excitement and quality of story than I've seen all year from DC, Marvel, and Disney.
Shit. But I left that, Chris Persia I did because that's the Valkyries. That's the Valkyries Doomicorn.
Can I call Adega the lens for the rest of the episode? Is that cool? Can I call him the lens because of his glasses? Because they fit so nice on his face.
Oh, yeah, sure. I call him the Doc Holliday of YouTube.
That works too. I just don't want to get shot.
There you go. What's up, Adega? Chris Persia, what's up? What's up, Perk?
And Project Storytime, I'm loving the icon, Fat Steven Seagal, hashtag Loki Seagal.
The only thing I'm scared about is they're going to try to write some weird fan fiction. But the good part about that fan fiction, it'll be better than any other fucking comic that has come out from anything of the normal media.
Oh yeah, there are already people out there slashing, making slash fanfic.
Oh god.
Oh god, if I wake up tomorrow and you're making out with yourself in my head, it's gonna be really awkward to talk to you.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'll make sure to close my eyes when I'm typing DMs.
And Adega Outlaw, I've been called all kinds of things, but it takes a fat Steven to come up with the lens.
Well, he is very smart, right? And he does put things under scrutiny from a point of view and opinion that is very honest. So technically, there's a double entendre of the lens, as well as he's able to write with both of his lenses on.
Indeed, he came on this morning on the morning show and laid down some really interesting facts to the conversation this morning.
Yeah, I actually had to rewatch because I missed the first half of it. And you're saying that Margaret Weiss and the other one, the ones who wrote the Dark Sword trilogy, they're suing these guys.
Yes.
Because I love the Dark Sword trilogy, man. That was like one of my first series next to Lord of the Rings. And I love those books because he had nothing, but he made everyone believe it because that sword would accept and absorb any magical aura within the air. And that was like, I was death-stricken with that. It was so good. I'm a dork. I'm a freaking dork.
No, not just
Aren't we
because
all, man?
you love D&D. We love D&D. We love comic books. I loved D&D back in the day, but we're not here to talk about D&D. We're here to talk about DC Comics and the giant pile of. I've got to get that clip. I have got to get that clip before this show is over. I keep wanting to get that. Me and Malcolm saying that is one big pile of shit, and that's exactly what. DC done.
Yeah. Well, has anyone heard from not Tom King, from Chuck Wending if he's having fun in his janitorial position?
He seems to be very quiet lately.
Yeah,
his writing will improve, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, wiping the shit off the wall.
Oh man. Yes.
Oh.
God, it's terrible.
Future impact, you say, or future state. How much of a deep impact is that?
You really think DC has a future? No.
I don't think any major media that's handled any type of pop culture, movies, or franchises since, let's say, right at the end of February, has done anything to prove that they can get themselves out of the Helm's Deep they put themselves in.
No. This is as regressive as anything they've done in a long time. And I thought they had abandoned 5G, but this is just this is pretty much that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's 5G with a twist.
Yeah.
Why did I have a weird feeling I had a pine cone up my ass when you said the twist? Like this pine cone. Here, after a little bit more. I'm not taking any of these needles off.
Oh,
just go right now.
This could still be worse. You could be reading these comics. And
It could be worse.
pine cone is what?
I'm high.
Free Jim Lee. I love Purple Valkyrie. Sorry?
Wasn't Three Jokers at least somewhat respectable? Same with no, because the death metal kind of pooped in that.
I haven't read it, but I've seen some people whose opinions I respect a bit who say it's good. It's modern DC for me, so I wouldn't be touching it anyway. But there have been some respectable people. Yellow Flash too. was a respectable dude. He liked it.
The thing is, even in this era of shit comics, there tends to be some good shit that pops up, with certain storylines and certain things that are going on depending on what the creative team is. You can always get a morsel of some good shit here and there. Three Jokers is one of them. One of the few times that you'll see majority of people in agreement to say, this is a good piece of work, or at least decent, compared to what else is they're putting out. So
I mean, it's not my bag, but yeah, exactly.
Right.
If some people are liking it, then That's good because you don't hear any critical acclaim for anything else, much of
No.
anything else that they're doing.
Right.
So.
Can I ask one thing though? Has there been anything this year that's been critically acclaimed besides us mocking 18 hours worth of DC fandom? Yeah, look at that face.
Yeah.
Besides,
Nothing I've read.
No.
Well, do any of you even buy any current I think
I have
24. Any current ones?
Well, I got my hands on the first two, the 3 Joker books. I got those 2, and I also picked up. They were having a sale at the comic book store on some new titles, and I was pretty shocked. There were the Dark Knight Death Metal. I picked up the multiverse one, and they gave me the Trinity one for free, which was like I think it was Trinity. That's a Trinity #1, and I was like, wow, that tells you how bad these comic book stores are doing, or it's buy one get one free, new books. It's rough.
The only things I buy at the comic shop these days when I go, because I have some friends who own a couple, and and I like to go. I would like to give them, quote unquote, give them some business their way. But right. I've been buying a lot of I don't know if any of you are familiar with this, the True Believers books and the dollar comics that DC's doing, and the facsimile books. But those are all reprints because DC and Marvel's got to make money somewhere, and people are buying those reprint books.
And a $2 super chat from Psycho Dwarf 9. He says, "Imagine if you had to edit this shit." Well, in response to that, Psycho Dwarf 9, I've got something just for you that I just uploaded.
That is one big pile of shit.
You see this picture right here?
Skull, brother. Thank you.
So,
yes, that was the comic.
That's the last comic I bought from DC. The holographic cover. So when you changed it, it would switch from Batman to Flash. That comic was the last one I bought from DC, and the last one I bought from Marvel was probably the Venomverse series, just because I have a thing for Venom and all the symbiotes.
Yeah.
You remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you all familiar with those facsimile books? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
you mean like the True Believers that have like the little red?
True Believers. No. Those are our dollar reprints, the True Believer ones. But the facsimiles that both Marvel and DC have done over the past couple of years, they're actual, usually either Silver or Bronze Age comic books that are complete reproductions, including with the ads and everything. Only difference being the price, and they're kind of neat. They're nice. Again, a nice thing to have, but especially if you if you have that issue and have it slabbed or whatever like that, you just want to have a flip through copy and you want to see all the ads and everything's kind of cool.
I would, but my comic book shop went out of business right before COVID hit in the mall. So I haven't I've lost all interest since lockdowns. I want to get back issues, but for me, getting back issues, I like going to the Comic Con and going through the long boxes of the actual displays, because you know why? I like the feel of cutting my finger, seeing the hard pressed plastic comics, and enjoying the hunt.
Oh yeah,
that's like when I started getting
the
into
hunt,
the
buddy.
The Funko Pop shit stuff, right? I used to be hard into that. I like collecting like the DC and Marvel stuff, but half of the fun of that was going out and hunting different stores, wasting a whole day trying to find a chase or variant, because that was part of the excitement. It means I put effort into my collection. And the same thing with comics. I can buy back issues from everywhere. Anyone can, from eBay, anywhere. But it's not the same. It doesn't give me the same thrill.
No, it's not.
Reading and finding are kind of hand in hand.
Right.
I love the small cons.
Yeah.
It's the thrill of the hunt. That's what it is. Yeah, man.
Yeah. How about you, Loki?
I love the small cons.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I keep doing that, man.
No,
you got like a mindset.
Don't worry, that's cool, buddy. I'm sorry, man. But no, the smaller cons, because the big ones you can't really find a lot these days. It's all a lot of the popular stuff, but some of the smaller ones that you go to that are like the 1 day or the weekend events that are like the 1 day, 2 day events, are a lot of fun. But hitting comic shops, just all over the place. That's really where it's at. And like you said, you could order a lot of things online, but it's just not as much fun as finding that in the box somewhere. Especially when you're out with your buds, your fellow comic collectors. I hang out with a lot of comic collectors, and I can't really get that much these days. But man, They'll walk over to you with the stack, say, "Look at what I just found." It's just something about it, man. That's the best.
And thank you, Richard, for resubscribing. I don't know what the hell is going on with YouTube. They have been hitting everyone like a freight train the last couple of days. But you're right, Clobberin Times. There's nothing like finding it in a box. Going to a shop, finding it in a box, going to a con, finding it in a con. I hate ordering. I won't order a comic book.
No, because I can't trust the Postal Service either, because now that they put all the restrictions in, they're lazy as hell. My Postal Service doesn't even have to call up. They can say they called up. They can say they used the drop box, and all they do is they drop it off half a mile away at the local Haste Meat Market or whatever store has a postal office, and you have to go out and get it the next day. That's not fun.
No, it's not. The last comic I ordered through the mail, and it was the only comic I've ordered through the mail in the last 10 years, was Cyberfrog. I got the first run of Cyberfrog.
Damn.
So both of them signed by EBS. And
nice.
It's just, oh, dude, I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I gave one of my copies to someone as a gift, and I kept the other one. But considering I got them, I got it $40. I got 2 signed copies with the cards and all the bonus stuff for $40. That was an amazing deal. That was when he first started that campaign, that first Cyberpunk campaign. I got in really early.
You're lucky. You're like ass. You get in early. For me, I won't get mine until probably January, but I did. I forgot. I did become a backer for Cecil's book, just because cash grab just looks like fun.
Yeah, it does. Well, that's cool. The only non-reprint books I buy right now are, even though IDW is a shitty company, Star Trek Year 5 that they make, and the Orville comics. And there's a new DS9 comic out right now.
Oh God.
And I've been getting it. The art, oh boy. I mean, all these artists, they are doing stuff on computers, and some of it, overlay crap and stuff. Maybe with a TV show adaptation, it's not as bad, but I don't know. Still, I don't buy much. Not new stuff.
I did find the full miniseries. I had one of my boxes of the Punisher 2099 series, and that was a fun read.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you so much. If any of you guys could share this, let them know YouTube is just being little bitches right now.
I heard you got hit pretty hard, Loki. Like, I know Lorena lost 75 subs when she woke up this morning, and when it
really
hours later,
no shit.
She was down to 11 lost subs. So something's going on when we go offline at night.
Wow.
Yep, I know. I lost 30. Yeah, I lost 30. It just in a matter of a couple of days. I had gained 10, then boom, they were gone, plus another 10, and then another 10 over the last 2 days.
Damn, dude.
Damn.
I don't know, man. It's 30, huh? It's crazy, man.
Wow. Bro, if I had to dance on a stripper pole to get them back, I will for you. I promise you'll get more subs. You'll probably be like, please stop. I will pay for him to stop. We will bring immediate family to sub. Just stop the fat guy with the Crisco on the pole. There's the image everyone's scared of.
Oh man! Am I the only one that thinks Watchmen doesn't belong with the DC universe, regular DC universe? I've always hated that idea.
No. Tom King doesn't belong in the DC universe either.
I see that. That's nice art, I guess. It's like a bowling ripoff, but man, them holding a a comedian button when, oh God, it's Dr. Manhattan. Look, Jeff Johns, you need to stop, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, bud. Dr. Manhattan creates the DC universe. Go screw yourself. So bad.
There has been better anime series on Netflix than half of the comics that have come out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually terrified when you guys start talking about Future State, because how bad is it? I've been trying to save myself from that article. I saw some pictures and I saw the variants and I was like, wow, they're all the same, just some of their faces are covered up. One has less cleavage, one has more cleavage. Oh, look, there's a gun. Oh, we're good now.
Man,
there's a legless Flash. I know that. Go ahead.
I'm done.
There were 2 of them. There's 2 of them.
The two legless Flashes?
Yes.
Holy shit. Yeah, well, that's a special.
Do they call him the Stump?
Oh God, they have some. I mean, they've got weird bionic legs
Yeah,
or what have you.
it's
But
like that, like prosthetic legs or whatever. Yeah, just something like it's.
Oh, when you see 24/7 run out of words, you know it's bad because his heart is on his sleeve. Well, when he
And
wears
then,
it,
and then they have that old SJW looking Green Lantern from the Far Sector.
oh boy,
With the WAP top. Yeah, it's
man, I watched a stream about it the other night that a lot of you guys were showing this picture and going through all the, well, I don't want to say characters, and it is mind numbing, man. I can't even. I mean, it'll put you to sleep just reading about this thing. But it's so bad. It's so horrible looking.
And Dig Outlaw says Fat Steven Seagal ate Trailblazer.
I think I just appropriated her with my appetite.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, well done. I Jabba the Hutt that bitch.
Did that garbage ever come out, by the way, or is it just still threatening it? New Warrior.
No, I've seen covers. I think it's coming out, but I think they keep trying to do reduxes or reboots within the original issue because they know it's going to be used for the next riot in California.
Oh God.
oh wow.
Well, there's already piles of shit everywhere. It's not like it's going to be noticed.
Black Plague.
Right.
I got the plague, bubonic plagues back.
Hey,
Great time to be alive, 2020.
Oh my goodness.
Comic book shops are going the way of the dodo. DC got whatever the fuck this mess is behind us that I used as the thumbnail, which is why instantly I threw up every dragon I fucking had because more is better.
Yes.
I do not get the idea here. If they were going to clamp down and not do 5G, then what the hell is this? And why the hell call it 5G? What are you, fucking a phone company? Oh yeah.
Yes.
Right. There you go.
Wait, I forgot to bring this up. You brought this up, but did any of you guys see the new cover for the new Cable?
No.
The new Cable has the only thing stayed the same with the Cable from Liefeld to now is his belt pouches. Give me a moment and I will show you. Like, if you guys are Cable lovers, you are not gonna. Yeah, it's that bad. It's
not big on Cable, but is this like a soy Cable? What we're gonna be seeing?
Is it? It's not the younger Cable that they got running around, is it?
I am going to share this. Please do not sue me.
Or is it X?
Remember a few years back when they made after the Screw 52
X-Men.
Around that time they made Lobo like a skinny little dude.
Hello,
Oh my
Cable.
God!
That is Cable.
Oh Jesus!
The hell is that?
That's a mix of Cable with the Cable that you got from Deadpool the movie.
Are you sure that's just not soy Cable?
It's just garbage.
No, I'm saying if you look at him, he kind of favors the. He does favor.
Well, Brolin's short, but he's big.
Brolin,
too. I mean, he's a big
Josh
dude.
Brolin.
They stole a knife from Final Fantasy VII.
Yep, they did. Buster Sword. Yep.
I never even liked Cable till now. Now I like him just for this garbage. Just like oh come on.
I have the issues of when X-Force first came out, and then I look at this and I'm like, where did all your muscles go?
Dude, they did this to Lobo many years ago around the Screw 52. Did you ever see what they made him a little runt, like a skinny little Lobo?
Yeah,
they hit him.
Yeah, they made him look like they made him look like a space pirate.
It's Cable by
dude. They did it to Dark Horse. Did it to Conan. Skinny little waif with long hair, like a.
I'm sorry, that's not DC.
So we're in the brown age. We're in the brown age. It's not even the uranium age. We're in the brown age. The brown age of shit.
Why is
where we're at?
Why does his head look like an almond?
Who really thinks that's Cable? Jesus, these people are tone deaf, man. Deaf.
Okay. Well, you guys remember the Fox Kids X-Men, right? You remember the one episode where Wolverine, they find the crashed ship, that the energy monster and Lady Deathstrike, he meets again for the first time after she's been changed. Okay, well, he kind of looks like they absorbed the characters from her team and then put Cable's soy head on it.
Oh,
Cable boy.
Yeah, it's super soy. Yeah, I gotta take this off before I kill people in your chat. I'm sorry.
That is pathetic. Don't show anyone that old Lobo if they haven't seen it, because Man.
No.
Or Conan from back then, the early aunts.
Yeah, wait till Netflix's Conan comes out.
Oh. Yeah. Forget Schwarzenegger. Forget Momo. He's going to be Soynan.
His name is Socket.
Oh yeah.
Are you okay, Loki? I think I just killed you.
I'm just, you know what? It reminds me kind of just a little bit of what they did recently with, give me just a second and let me pull it up. I'm going to show you guys something that really, really ticked me off. I
told you not to show my nudes.
When I saw this, yeah, your nudes.
Just don't show that particular nude there.
Yeah.
What's her name again? Trailblazer's nudes. Don't do that in your phone.
You mean Captain Dora?
Or anyone who loves superhero games.
Oh no.
Oh god, no.
Okay, so this is what okay, on the right, this is the Peter Parker that was in the PS4 Spider-Man game, and he was absolutely he was great. Voice actor was great, the face model was great. He looked like he was, out of college. Him and he is a mid-20s Peter Parker. This on the left is the bullshit with for the PS5 update of the game. So this is the same game. You've got the PS4 on the right, which looks absolutely positively fine, and then you have got the new I want to say the word twink Peter Parker on the left. That just I was like, what the we had a great experience with the former actor, but we wanted him more with like a Tom Holland in high school kid.
Can I add to that quickly, Loki? I thought that there was also the rumor too that they couldn't do the PS5 redo because of the original actor's licensing was now out. They couldn't actually get him back to redo the faces because with the PS5, But even if if PS5 does use more polygons and has more graphical capabilities, this still doesn't even look close to a Spider-Man who isn't getting pegged every night by Mary Jane.
That's the point. I think that's the point. But Steven is Mary Jane is a colossal venomous bitch in this game. It is the one thing I did not like about the game. Everything else was great. Doc Ock, the Sinister Six, all of it was great until we got to Mary Jane, and then she is a colossal evil bitch. You even had oh my god, what's his name? The guy. I'm completely spacing here. I hate names. You had the guy who invented Spider-Man. The guy who
you mean Steve Ditko and Steve Ditko really, but Stan Lee did something. Okay, mostly Steve Ditko, but I know what you mean.
Even had a wonderful cameo from Stan Lee. He was the owner of the restaurant him and Mary Jane go to, and he's like, I always liked those two at the end, and you're like, of course you did, dude. Of course you always fucking liked them.
I was a Gwen Stacy guy. Sorry.
Me too, actually. I liked Gwen Stacy better. Not what Jaron Conway did with her was a shame, but yeah.
But they completely ruined Mary Jane in that game. From what I understand, they've completely ruined her in the comics, and then they go and do some bullshit like this to a game that's already been out.
They released today though? PlayStation on their official Twitter, I think, posted some shots of the communication between Spider-Man and Spider-Morales, right? And the animations in those stills look horrifying. But they didn't even say they were like, hey, see the communication between the Spider-Men. They didn't even put Spider-Men. They just put Spide-Man. And I'm like, you guys are that fucking lazy. The animation, if I can find it, it looks bad.
Wow.
I have no faith in this
DC is burning their own. They're burning their own garbage. They put it all in a brown bag and labeled it shit, and they set it on fire on an old man's doorstep. And Marvel and Sony seem to be going the exact same way.
It's always been a contest between the two. When we'll see Marvel C, DC do the other way around. It's always whichever one does the first like good thing first, the other one will follow it. And when it also works for a bad thing, it's been in their entire history. When one of them does something that sets a trend, the other one follows it, and the other one does something that screws up, the other one follows it. They're like two peas in a pod, both of them. And that's one thing that has never changed about the comic book industry. DC starts doing something horrible, just start watching for Marvel, and they'll top it, or vice versa.
Grumpy diabetic took me a week to clean my shoes.
Mm-hmm. You need that clip from Happy Gilmore. Hey, what's up? You want those flaming piles of shit on my door?
It's poop again. It's poop again.
That's it. Sure.
Don't put it out with your boots, Ted. Shut up, devil woman.
Oh my God, I gotta find it.
Hollywood, Marvel, DC, they're all suicidal. NBA, NFL, all of them suicidal. That's right. Spike and Madness.
Do you think the Rockstar games can save them at all, especially with that new Suicide Squad?
No.
Oh, Nathan Drake, they did him dirty.
Oh yeah, they've got Tom Holland playing Nathan Drake. You want to talk about a young Indiana Jones type character that's even crazier than Indy, and they're going to have Tom Holland play him.
Oh boy.
And Marky Mark's going to be Sully. That'll work out great for you.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, Marky Mark's going to play Sully. Marky Mark's going to be Sully, and Tom Holland is going to be Nathan Drake. God only knows they'll probably have the same chick playing Mary Jane play what's her name in those too. Yeah.
No, actually, they got Daisy Ridley's going to be.
Don't say it. I don't want to believe in that canon. Don't say it. I saw the pictures. She has blonde hair and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to play who?
Oh God.
Yeah, the one of the chicks in that Nathan Drake deal.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Why does she have blonde hair?
That's the
Hail white women. I don't know.
Well, that's it's gonna be bad, man.
God help.
So she's gonna be like Tomb Raider. So y'all get ready for that shit. She probably gonna save his ass.
Oh, she's gonna teach him
that.
She's gonna teach him everything he knows about.
Yeah.
Oh
no! He's gonna be saving his ass.
How much do you want to make it bet there's going to be a scene in that movie where Daisy is picking up rocks and throwing it at bad guys just to have a pun on Return of the Crap Walker?
Oh Jesus!
No.
Enjoy, man. Enjoy.
Thank God.
There's another movie down that's just not happening. Not happening. I wasn't going to see it until it came out on video because of Tom Holland. If that is really the case, and she's going to be like his teacher, but I can't jump from this stone to this stone. No.
Can we talk about at least something happy, like for maybe 5 minutes before on the heartbeat?
You got something?
No, that's why I'm asking for someone else.
Oh no, shit!
Come on, you got to be able to some shady. Please stand up for once. Come on.
I got one. Sort of.
Because I was going to bring up Jeff Bridges, but that's just more sad.
Oh yeah, that is a shame. Yeah, poor old Mark. On the I don't know if this is bad or good, really, because you can't really tell anymore. But I don't know about any of you, but I'm a big fan of the Die Hard films, and the first one in particular. Did any of you see that? Damn commercial,
yes.
Which is that 2-minute commercial, which is annoying that it's a commercial, is better than an entire horrible last Die Hard film. But at least it was kind of cute. Did you see that thing? It's kind of funny.
Yes,
it is a Christmas movie. I'm going to go with that right now.
Naturally.
Thank you.
But they tried to make it. The thing about that is, they didn't just come out with a commercial like the day or so before. They tried to make you think, we're teasing a new movie. I'm like, I'd take a new John McClane, even old John McClane movie. I'd take that.
Well,
But
Bruce
no.
Willis has been in trouble ever since he did Death Wish. They were running around screaming, about that, and he was in trouble when he did that. And he was canceled.
Of course.
Oh, wait. Here's some good news. Remember that Spider-Man thing I was talking about?
Yeah.
PlayStation got mocked for the share the picture so bad they actually deleted the tweet.
Oh no shit.
Good.
Yeah, they did, because I can share it right now and it's gone because I questioned Spikeman. So it looks like people actually made PlayStation's feelings hurt.
Good.
So, because that's the only proof I have left.
God.
That's crazy.
Wah. Their little feet were hurt, were they?
I got one like though. Hey, yeah, probably myself. Yay!
Oh my God, Spin Man.
That's literally what was on the tweet. Spin Man.
Spin Man.
Yes.
Nice.
Has anything happened for anyone? Like anything? I know Fat Man. You guys got to be looking forward to with Mel Gibson as
that
Santa.
Does look kind of funny.
It does.
Did you see the trailer for Christmas Chronicles 2?
No.
That first film is kind of fun. I love Kurt Russell. It's kind of a fun family film. I was surprised because I don't like Netflix very much. And then the trailer already looks so wokey. I'm like, wait a minute. It's only been like a year or two, you guys making a sequel, and you're going to start with the woke crap. It didn't have any in the first one.
Well,
but you could tell from the trailer.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing with are you guys Terry Pratchett fans at all?
We have some of those here in the chat.
The Discworld stuff, how they were trying to do, I think it was one of the, they were going to do a series of spin-off, right? It was supposed to be like the medieval, I forget what it's called, the faction, foundation.
The Watch?
The Watch, right? And the daughter of Pratchett is so pissed off because they turned it into a cyberpunk style with no medieval ties.
Yes.
And it's going to falter, all because the idiots probably saw Cyberpunk 2077 thought we could rip that off. But
they've been working on that. They've been working on that for 9 years, and it wasn't until Pratchett died that they took the show from his daughter.
Yeah.
From his daughter and said, no, you're not going to be involved in it, and went off and did something completely different. They waited for him to die to completely redo that and do it their own way.
But I have to add some good news. There is a secondary project that she is actually a part of, that actual authors are a part of, that is going face to face, par to par with the novels. The only thing they can't do is bring up the Watch. But there is another Terry Pratchett series coming. I forget the name of it, but it's going to be to Discworld. Because if anyone's seen Going Postal and the Hogfather's Christmas, those shows, as much as the production value for what the money they had, they were still good. And Postal is still my favorite. I loved the post office one with all the letters throwing themselves at each other. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Our lovely Purple Valkyrie, of course, is a huge Pratchett fan and a fan of Discworld. And I heard you. Didn't you talk about that last week, Loki, right?
Yep. I joined her on the Valkyrie's channel, and we talked about Discworld. Yeah.
Discworld is one of those things, man, that has perfect satirical writing, but at the same time, it adds the lore and the mysticism of fantasy. And Pratchett was one of those gods. He's kind of like a Tolkien in his own universe, and he never goes out of character with his writing. And not many of the TV to movies can do that. But the ones that have been so favored by reading, especially. And this isn't even DC. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that.
No. It's a wonderful thing to bring up because the Watch is going to be a giant turd.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine them like a Warhammer style, but with Pratchett universe characters? Like the game, but in Terry Pratchett form?
No.
Where you have an army of postmen.
Old world Warhammer. I would love to see an old world with the Skaven and all of it.
Yeah. When did we get to that point I don't know the exact time. Maybe I do the answer. When did we get to the point, Loki, and everyone? That remember when you used to say if there was an IP or a property that you loved, whether it was comics or books or what have you, you go, man, I'd love to see a movie of that. Now you don't. You say, oh my God, please don't make a movie of that.
Yeah.
Please don't, Hollywood. Please don't touch that. Please.
Well, what was Vin Diesel's last half-hour? Was it Bloodsport? No, Blood.
Blood.
He did Bloodshot.
Where they showed the whole movie in 1 2-minute trailer. Good job there, Vin Diesel. Good job.
He didn't bother to make him look like Bloodshot.
No,
That was going to be the most successful comic book hero movie ever.
Yeah, is that sarcasm?
No, yeah, just a little bit.
I mean,
to be honest with you, to make that movie successful, it if you ever read a Bloodshot comic, it's like it's kind of like a Punisher comic. It's like it wouldn't have taken a whole lot to make it good. You just had to have the right people on it to make it, to be what it was, and people were expecting to see. Well, because the comic is simple, it doesn't take it didn't take a whole bunch of technology or some shit to make him be who he is. It was a simple comic. It wouldn't have cost much just to rip it right out of the pages. They had the rights to it. All they had to do was just and that's the thing that bothers me is if all the stories are done, if all the work has been done for you, all you have to do is read the fucking comic and film it. Yeah. What are you doing?
All they need to do, I agree with you. All they need to do was take Fast and the Furious violence they do with cars and make viable violence in that film
and make him look like it.
Yeah. And to add to Clobberin's thing, we asked Loki is the fear we have now is when we're hoping a comic book is becoming a movie or a series. It's not a fear. It's because we know who's attached to it from behind. It's either fuck Disney, Marvel, which is still fuck Disney, or every other sellout media that has gone, I'm going to give her a giant pair of torn tight jeans, small tits, and a Wonder Woman lasso made out of gluten-free twine. We no longer see the franchise of, yes, I love Iron Man. I can't wait to see that. It is now, oh shit, it's Disney. Oh shit, it's this. Like it literally is. It's like that almost that first drop before every roller coaster. That feeling where you're right before you drop, and it's when you hear the name, and then you find out who you're falling into, and you're like, I want to get off, and I'll just jump off the hill myself. Think it would be more fun.
It's sad. Every time something is announced, you automatically now you don't default to, wow, I wonder who's doing that, and I'm wondering maybe that could be. You default to how woke is it going to be? It's sad. It's really
Simon
sad.
Allen.
Reading a comic book, Chris Persia, no, they don't do that. Watching a series that they're about to do like a rebirth of, too much work. Movies, games, anything today, it's too much work to go back and do any kind of investigation on why it was successful in the first place. Look at I don't even want to say it, New Mutants from this year.
Right.
I was looking forward to that, and I heard it turned into a Danielle Steele novel.
Oh yeah, because I heard I was watching a review for it from a YouTuber that I trusted. Oh no, I enjoyed myself. I went and saw it. I enjoyed myself. I was like, huh. So I put it on. I watched 10 minutes of it, and I'm like, what the hell am I watching? What the hell is this?
Right.
It's you're in trouble when the co-creator and the artist of the original New Mutants comic, Bob McLeod, I remember he put on his Twitter, he said, I'm sitting there watching my name in the credits and they just misspelled my name. He was trying to be nice and to not say how bad the film is, but you can't get my name right and your movie sucks. So but they can't get anything right. They don't care. They don't care about the source material. They never do. Well, most of them don't.
Right. Well, the big thing with that is you got, producers, directors, they want to do their version of the character instead of giving you what the fuck you want.
Yeah.
I don't want to see somebody's interpretation of some shit. I want to see what it is. I want to see
why you love it.
Yeah. I don't want to see, I mean, sorry to say, but I don't want to see, somebody's interpretation of a character. I want to see the character for what it is.
Yeah,
they don't care. Most 9 times out of 10, they don't care about that. They just want
they fuck around. They change the suit. They change the origin. The main villain is never there. It's somebody else is this drug dealer. He's the main bad guy. Or like somebody you don't give a shit about. It's like, who gives a fuck, man? It's just, it doesn't make any sense, man, and it ruins everything. It's always something that's not right.
Remember films like Desperado and like say A Long Time Ago in Mexico. You remember the violence in that? It's all
I got the trilogy.
Violence, and you add comic book characters in there. You can open a whole film with Sentinels, like the actual Sentinels from X-Men 97, 98, and they're coming in, screens fading in out of black and white. You see laser fire. You see you see Storm in the sky calling down lightning. You open up a movie like that, you have a fucking crowd.
It's funny you bring that up, because I was just about to say I enjoyed the first X-Men movie. I really did. I enjoyed the first. I enjoyed the second one. I did not enjoy the third one, or pretty much. I liked Days of Future Past, but I didn't even really like First Class.
You do realize that Apocalypse from the other one looks like Ivan Ooze?
Yeah, Ivan Ooze.
Yep.
He does.
That's why I didn't like. I didn't like it. He was a laughable villain, but Days of Future Past was good. I liked it. They had good Sentinels. Seeing that opening scene, and then seeing Cable, and it was just I don't understand how they can just flip flop. Go ahead, Clobberin. Tell me.
No, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. I mean, I'm just gonna say, well, to your point, the first film, which was okay, the first X-Men film. Joss Whedon, ass though he is, does know comics, and he took his name off of that one because he threw his hands up and said, none of you've ever read an X-Men comic apparently. And Bryan Singer, again, I agree. The first one's okay. The second one's enjoyable, but they're not really what I want out of the X-Men. None of those films are. They're okay. Third one is terrible, except for Kelsey Grammer as the Beast.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
What a perfect casting and a turd of a film.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Kelsey Grammer as the Thing was wonderful.
He was great.
Psycho Dwarf 9 with a $5 super chat. You just know there's a pitch meeting for a 4-foot-tall blonde female Punisher.
Yeah, green like that, bitch.
There you go.
Does she have a penis?
Does she need one?
Well, the way things are going, she probably has a detachable Velcro one.
Oh.
So she sits both sides of the gender freaking out crowds.
And thank you so much, Psycho Dwarf 9. This is just for you, brother. Skull!
There it is. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
God, I love that.
There you go. I always like seeing that one. Yeah, it's cool.
See you, Clobberin. Raquel Briggs.
The beautiful Raquel Briggs. She'll be on with me tomorrow night talking some Trek. A wonderful lady, and I cannot wait.
There you go.
Say again?
What are you on now?
Me?
You're the one doing Trek, aren't you?
Oh, dude, I'm so slow. Not everyone can be as fast as you, buddy. I'm old, man. I'm slow. Well done, though. You have my complete admiration and respect, sir, for that quippiness of yours.
Thank you. It's called ADHD.
Quippy bit quip face.
And thank you, Rambling Canuck. Thank you so very much, sir, for popping in. Is there a turnaround here, or can we just expect it's dead?
No.
Well, what's so bad about this thing is they're gonna stop doing regular comics for like 2 or 3 months. It's fucked up how they're like interjecting this little series into the DC universe, and all the comics that's going, they're just gonna stop for like 2 or 3 months and then resume once this whole future state shit is over with. And then if people like it, they'll keep whatever the people like about it and try to incorporate it somehow, and then the rest of it, they'll do something else with it.
I gotta say one thing though. There is one shining light, and that is the He-Man that was announced, because they're doing 2 separate series. One He-Man for kids and one for the young adults to adults. And the casts they have behind that for the voice actors are pristine, top tier, like first time you hear Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man tier. And the animations look good. And if you haven't looked into the He-Man announcement, Kevin Smith might actually pull something other than a soybean out of his ass. So I'm actually excited.
So this isn't going to go the way of Tila being the real
No,
He-Man.
they're continuing from, let's say, old school She-Ra style, that type of universe.
Well, keep your deflectors up on that, pal, so you don't get too disappointed. But I hope it works. I hope it works for you.
I don't go in with expectations.
No, good. Because Kevin Smith is not. I can't say I trust him that much, man. But I hope for the He-Man fans, I hope you're right, sir. I really do.
Me too.
There you go.
I'm trying to find the announcement, but there might be. I have to give a little bit of benefit of the doubt, because otherwise I'm going to look like LeBron crying. I don't want it anymore.
I understand, man. Look, you got to give somebody a chance until and you never know. He has Kevin Smith is a shill and all that other kind of things, but he does know comics and cartoons. He knows his stuff. I don't trust him or anything, but he does know things. I mean, I gotta give him that. I never really liked him much as a writer either, and never liked this whole shtick. I never liked, but he does know his stuff. So it could happen. It could be good.
Mark Hamill is Skeletor.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's going to be Skeletor.
Oh, great! This sounds like the cast by Andre Romano. Probably, she's amazing. Voice casting. I mean, good.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Well, if it's the Joker, right?
Oh yeah, Hamill's amazing. Yeah.
I think it's done by the producer's going to be done by Jeff Matsuda and Susan Corbin from Voltron. We're also we'll also produce Brian Q. Miller, and we'll have the story. Yeah, so I think they have a chance there.
Yeah,
and it could kick DC's ass. Universe Revelation. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, so you want to hear about the cast? I can do it quickly.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, shoot.
The cast includes Mark Hamill, Lena Headey, Chris Wood, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Liam Cunningham, Stephen Root, Diedrich Bader, Tiffany Smith, Henry Rollins, Alan Oppenheimer, Susan Eisenberg, Alicia Silverstone, Justin Long, Jason Hughes, Phil Lamar, Kevin Michael Richardson, Kevin Conroy, and Harley Quinn Smith. So you can't tell me that is going to be a great voice cast.
A lot of veteran voice actors there.
Henry effing Rollins.
Yeah.
A lot of veterans.
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
As what is he playing as? Kevin Conroy is playing as Merman.
Really? I would have expected him to be more like a Man of Arms.
Who's my boy Dietrich Bader voicing?
Dietrich Bader is going to be King Randor.
Oh, King Randor.
I loved him as Batman on Batman the Brave and the Bold. He really was great on that.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, a.k.a. Buffy, is going to be Tila.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And Chris Wood is going to be Prince Adam, from what I'm reading. And we got, of course, Lena Headey as Evil Lynn. Here, I'll send you guys the link so you can look at this. But when I heard this yesterday, my pants got moist a bit.
Luis Sparrow said something about one of the characters dying with what the article said about Tila being made more of. I wonder if they're going to make her the new sorceress.
I think Cringer will be the sorceress, just because we haven't seen anything out of the animal form yet.
Cringer.
Oh, come on. He's a scared pussy anyway.
Oh, jeez.
Or Orko, right?
Yeah.
What about Orca? Orko,
I don't
or whatever.
think there is an Orko. I honestly
Orko.
Oh, shit.
I put the link in the private chat for you to share it later, I guess. But Harley Quinn Smith is going to play Ailina.
Shit, it could be worse. You could have that flying koala bear from She-Ra.
Yeah, I don't see any weird any Orko. Maybe. Oh wait, yes we do. Okay, Griffin Newman is Orko
Who the fuck is that?
from The Tick and Vinyl.
Oh,
I think it's the nerdy kid, right?
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one shining light, because when you see Mark Hamill, and the fact that Kevin Smith got Mark Hamill, because I guess from the Jay and Silent Bob reboots and remakes and all that stuff, like from Cockknocker to Skeletor is quite an improvement.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it, Loki?
If they do it right, I'm all in. If they don't, then. But with the cast you're talking about, when I heard this whole thing about, He-Man was only holding on to the sword for Tila one day, I just was like, what the fuck is that? No, 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 no.
No. That's fair. Now, if that happens, how shocked are you going to be, though?
Oh,
I mean, aggravated, yes, but shocked, will you be?
No, I won't.
No.
Can you get shocked
actually,
this year?
Yeah, I would be shocked that they would actually pull that shit on He-Man, but
I wouldn't. Sorry. I mean, I hope it doesn't happen because a lot of my dearest friends love He-Man, but I mean, I'm just saying, prepare thyself.
Oh, I already know.
I don't trust these people. They don't know you understand.
I already
trust
know.
them?
It's always been.
Yeah, Tila was always meant to be the next Sorceress. The question will be whether or not Kevin pulls an Iron Fist on He-Man. Yeah, because he's going to get fisted at some point.
What they did in Iron Fist, holy crap, was that terrible?
Gosh. Yeah, that was horrible.
Well, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Only been holding on to the power for her.
Right.
Oh my God, that show is horrible. Sorry. But he's probably right.
Shit.
Oh my God.
What show?
Iron Fist.
Yeah, you know Marvel just got back the rights to those guys, right? To like Iron Fist and Power Man, like Luke Cage, and they got the rights back. Yeah. Matter of fact, it was like a few weeks ago they just got the rights back to those Netflix characters.
Right. So Iron Fist is going to be black. Luke Cage is going to be Chinese. And Jessica Jones is probably going to be a no-leg amputee.
Could happen. The only
Daredevil's dead. Daredevil was dead.
That Daredevil show was the only good one, really. I thought.
Yeah, I love Daredevil.
Punisher,
Daredevil.
Punisher was good.
Yeah, I tried with that one, man, but I love the guy playing. Bernthal's fantastic.
Yes.
That guy.
Oh yeah.
Especially when he was on the second season of Daredevil. Oh my God. Dude, those first 4 or 5 episodes, it's like one big long movie in of itself. It was just some of the best superhero stuff I've ever seen on a smaller big screen, I think.
Yeah.
Now they stole a lot of Miller stuff. Did a lot of Frank Miller in there and things like that, which is fine because you should for Daredevil. But I love that show. Third season had some faults, but I mean, still, even that was good. And D'Onofrio, holy crap,
love
man.
the way Kingpin was played. I absolutely love the way Kingpin was played.
Yeah.
I have something to say, and you're just like, damn.
There's a little rumor going around that he might make a guest appearance as the Kingpin in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Are you going by that post that was on Twitter saying what could save Spider-Man 3, and it had the different characters from different Netflix and other movies like Garfield and all that stuff?
No, I don't know nothing about that. I was talking about
he was on that too.
Yeah. Well, he was originally a Spider-Man villain, Kingpin, and the thing is that Kingpin again. Those universes were connected, by the way. The MCU and that Netflix universe, they were connected, and now they're probably going to try to act like they're not. And they might have, even if D'Onofrio plays him, he'll look a lot different. They might make him ridiculously big, like in the comic book. I don't know.
Yeah. They were connected because they were looking at newspaper.
Articles
talking about the war that the Avengers had in the movies. So
in the New York, and they would mention every now and then. They would mention Thor, Hulk, and Captain America. They mentioned other superheroes. The great
Doctor
mentionings.
Strange.
It all happened in the. It was all going on in the same universe.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I wouldn't mind if they got like an actor or not actor, like a director that was willing to take a chance to make a Black Cat series, and it could be right after the Kingpin.
Yeah.
Infected her, and she has the ability to change and unchange, and all she does is a series about stealing. And she could be stealing from the Avengers. She could be stealing from everything. She could do team-ups of lower-tier Marvel characters, and they could build something off that. It doesn't have to be grand, as long as the quality of the story.
Street level.
Yeah.
They need to do Moon Knight. But go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Moon Knight definitely needs to shine.
I don't mean to cut you off. Go on with the Black Cat there, man.
No, I was done. I was literally done. I was trying not to burp. That was
Spike and Madness. Kingpin was Spider-Man's, Daredevil's, and Punisher's enemy. That's why he's the boss.
He started as Kingpin, though. Miller made him put him in Daredevil. He was always a Spider-Man villain at first. Yeah.
Oh, John Rhys Davies played a good Kingpin in those Hulk movies.
He did. You know what he did that was better? When he did the voice of Thor on the mid '90s Fantastic Four cartoon. When I think of Thor talking, I hear that voice, John Rhys Davies. Unbelievable.
Isn't that the same voice that Fortnite used too? Because now Fortnite is considered canon in Marvel, right? It is actually where Thor actually gets sucked into the Fortnite universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And meets the Fortnite players and all that kind.
Is it?
And Galactus is coming, so I'm thinking about next week. Galactus is going to arrive in the Fortnite universe.
Wow,
there's actually a comic you can read that. A lot of people are pissed off, right? Because if that's true, that means when J.J. Abrams and they did that Star Wars event 3 seasons ago or so, that's also canon. So it depends now that Fortnite is now canon in both Marvel and the Star Wars universe. How crappy is that?
Oh boy.
Well, Star Wars was a Marvel comic for forever.
Originally, they did it for like 107 issues. 107 issues actually, and in the UK.
I've got the first 4 of those. They're not in anywhere near mint because I was like, ooh, let's trace the cover when I was a little kid. Let's trace the cover.
That sounds like a good watch party, though, talking about the older 80s superhero shows. You know what I mean? Like,
thing.
If you can go through the Hulk and stuff and do a watch party, even a Patreon thing, that would be pretty cool.
Did any of y'all ever do that when you were a kid? Because that's how I learned how to draw. I'd trace paper. Drawn comic book covers, comic book covers.
The Death of Superman cover where he has his torn cape and he's standing there over the corpses of the undead in the afterlife. I traced that cover so much I made an imprint on that cover. I loved that book to death. Loved it.
Damn. That was a good book too. Superman was 75.
Yep. Number 75. Yeah. That well, you asked for something positive. That's one thing I've heard recently that Charlie Cox may be able to play Daredevil again in a new show, but I don't know if it's. I would like to see that. Going back to Daredevil a little bit, that show was so good.
A continuation.
They were talking about trying to bring back some of those shows and put them on Hulu.
Oh boy!
Speaking of Hulu, since it's attached to all the streaming services, this also goes out to chat. If you're a lover of the Peanuts movies and the Christmas specials and Easter specials, get on Amazon and buy them now because they are no longer going to be available ever again in physical copy. It was announced, I think, today or a couple of days ago. They are going to be a streaming platform only show. So if you haven't got them, get them.
Greatest American Hero reboot. Please no.
Oh, no, My Secret Identity.
Well, does everyone remember the Greatest American Hero ran 3 seasons? You know, people like to say they'll probably bring it back and make him a woman. Well, there was a female Greatest American Hero.
Yeah, was that? What was that?
They made a female pilot.
American heroine.
Yeah, after the first 3 years, they planned to start, and Ralph Hinckley was going to leave, and they had a lady take over. They did a pilot. You can get it on the DVD set, but they never sold. So who knows what would have happened? Robert Culp was on it though. It would have been, That was a fun show.
I don't know. Other than that, this has been like a nice chill talk. I know we haven't gone full Matt Damon and laughing our asses off, but it's been nice because it's not like we're drained yet. We still have hope, but I try to sound positive. But whenever I say something like that, I always sound like, oh, there's a big buck on it. No, my ass is the giant butt. It's like I have to have hope, man, because I'm staring at four corners of a room, and the only thing I have is people like you guys, the chat, YouTube, and what I do every day. So things can turn around because even though we might not think the mainstream is doing us any favors, we have independent creators that are kicking ass. Like I don't know if any of you guys have read Kai's book yet, but I hear it's really good.
It is. I'm about halfway through it right now.
Nice.
It is very, very good. It is very, very good. Adega's work is very, very good. Kai's work is very, very good. We talk about independence. You can talk about independent. There's a can't remember the name of it. Damn it! I've got something on back order that I backed. That is like it's like the Ancient Gods meets Mortal Kombat.
Oh shit!
That is looking very, very good. There are independent comic creators that I am backing at the moment, but I just won't do anything mainstream at all. I won't. I will support people coming up with these great ideas, these wonderful ideas, these new ideas. I will not support DC or Marvel at all. I won't. Not in the movies, not in the games, not in the comics. I am done with mainstream shit like that. I'm just done. It's like Star Wars. I won't do. I won't. I wouldn't buy that new Squadrons game. Someone bought it and gifted it to me because they wanted me to review it.
It sucks.
It sucks ass.
I played 2 hours of it and refunded it. It doesn't have enough life in it for me to continue it.
No, there's one game mode, mode and a single player mode that takes a couple hours to beat and then you're done.
And as when the game was dropped, I think it was 2 days later, they announced they were not going to do any post DLC for it. So it's a less title that was going to rely on multiplayer fanatism, or whatever it's called, that word. But I have a thing, and I wanted to actually say, since we're here, I think you guys should all push on getting Mike's Mexican Iron Man into a comic, because he has enough jokes and humor that you could actually make something. And I'm not saying this is as a satire.
No, I know.
Could be a project, because you have enough characters and enough stories when you guys do your shows that it could be something like a Florida Man style, but it's Mexican Iron Man. Have you guys ever thought about that?
If he had the time, I would totally love to do something like that with him.
I think if you guys can all come together and write the stories, you can find a good enough artist.
Oh, I could write the story. It's just a matter of getting an artist.
Yeah, well, that's easy. Just branch out. Just make sure the comic book is shaped like a taco truck.
I wrote a off the cuff RP series for Star Trek for 3 years. I do have a novel that I've been working on the last couple of years that I'm about halfway through with. Maybe one day I will have the time to finish it. I don't know, but from what other people have told me, they like it. They love the idea. It's something new. It's something different. It's something almost a little Jim Henson-y like, but not. But just like the idea of a world with all this different stuff. And I'm not going to go into it because I don't talk about my own shit. I talk about other people's shit. But
Loki, you're just as important as your channel and your chat and the people here, bro, because you still bring everyone together. So you are just as important to share your shit as we are just as special enough to hear it. And yes, I'm simping for you a little bit because I don't think you hear it fucking enough. Thank you, Loki. Thank you so much as you blush on your mic as we can hear it.
He's right. You are the man. Blush away, bro. You really are,
man.
man.
Like I said before on Eris' stream, and I'll say it again. As much as you thank everyone for being here, every day you have your show, you're bringing all of us into your life and your universe and sharing your heart. So you already are an author, whether it just be verbal stories for the day. You're already half an author in yourself, just like everyone else here, because you're all telling your story, your memory, your feelings. And the way the chat responds, they have their story too and can feed on it and relate to it. We are all storytellers because that's what we need now in 2020. Our own experiences to bring us together. God, I sound like fucking Raffy. I don't mean to sound like that, that. I'm just trying to say, Fred Penner moment. We are all one, and we are all never kneeling.
Newt Rockney.
Take care, Crimson Mist. Thank you, Bad Steven.
You're welcome.
Well,
it's not
Steven
such a
said-
great night.
Flashing us.
Yeah. Because, you know what? I will never kneel, but I will always be there to pick someone up if they fall.
That's right. Damn
That's
straight.
real shit.
Fat
Yeah, that's real
Steven's
shit.
got it.
Yeah,
Fat
buddy.
Steven has got it. I think everybody on this panel's got it, and everybody in chat's got it.
Yeah.
No. Well said. Well said, sir.
Yeah. I
Purple
think
agrees. Well
Loki's
said.
writing a message now. Never again. That guy's too sensitive. Fuck that asshole. Goddamn shit. Your MySpace, Tom. Get this fucker out of here. No.
There you go.
Sorry. But yeah. I can't wait, man. Like, we got Fat Man, we got He-Man, and we hopefully got a great shit in the morning tomorrow. That's about it. You know, it's pretty good. We got good objectives.
Oh, we're gonna have a good. I'm gonna have Wes on from Wes Moody's podcast because he just
goody.
hit 400. He just hit 400.
Nice
And,
dude. He's
yeah,
a real good dude.
real
Yeah,
good
there's
dude.
800 channels. Yeah, he's a really good dude. He just needs to pick one channel.
So I've got him coming on tomorrow morning. If he makes it, hopefully he'll make it. He'll wake up and actually pop on. If not, I'll think of something. But hopefully he'll make it.
I got something to add to 24 too, bro. You know when you talk about the comics, I want you to, when you go back and rewatch this show, if you ever do, when you get that emotional attachment to the shit that's pissing you off, you need to add more of that to your videos, bro, because that's where your life is. And I hear it more when you talk on these panels. And if you can put more on your videos, bro, you'll nail it a lot more too. Because you got the voice and the delivery, you just got to put that emotion there, bro. Be angry, because the anger is still hard.
That's what I appreciate that. All right.
I guess he wants you to be more Edward R. Murrow and less Walter Cronkite. So
No, I want him to be himself and feel comfortable that people will listen if it's coming from the heart, because everyone's been hurting from this shit, and everyone's also been smiling because they're not dealing with this shit alone. And he has the voice, and he also has the experience, just like you, Clobberin, to kick ass and take fucking names on YouTube. But Loki brings it out of everyone too. God damn it! Make me shut up, please. I sound so fucking like the Watcher from the Marvel Universe, but with meaningful words.
You are Uatu. You are the Watcher. You observe, and then you only interfere in the Fantastic Four's business.
I have spoken. Don't open my closet.
I've spoken.
I appreciate that, though, man. Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Indeed.
And fuck you.
Indeed, Clobberin Times said it. Indeed, I love that word. Indeed.
Oh, shit.
Did I say something? I can't even remember now.
Oh,
Indeed. Indeed, you did. Indeed, you did. Guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you, chat, for hanging out with us and talking shop. We've talked comics, we've talked cartoons, we've talked TV shows. We've talked everything comic and non-comic related tonight. Please subscribe to these gentlemen. Clobberin Times has a wonderful channel. So does 24/7 Fusion Media. Fat Steven Seagal, get off your ass and make a channel, you lazy bastard.
Well, I don't know what to do yet. That's the problem. I can make other people feel that they're important, but when it comes to me, I haven't found where my niche is, because I'm better at picking people up and bringing out the same dribble that everyone hears from a different voice.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
That's your niche, man.
You're
Oh, yeah, so
welcome.
Yes, I'll just have every channel. I think this guy is great, and this girl is great, and this guy is so stunning and brave, and I like their voice and their mad tips and all the such mad thing. There, I got it out.
Hey, for 2.5 years, Mexican Iron Man has been told he needs to have his own channel, and he says, no, I guest, I support, I help out. That's what I do. I don't want my own YouTube channel.
There you go. There you
You
go.
should make a comic, because I think he would be better on paper.
Yeah.
He
He's a great
doesn't have
dude,
to deal
man.
with people. Well,
No.
he deals with all of us.
Call him
No.
Mexican Iron Wall.
Yes,
Tells us-
indeed.
Keeping the
Logan,
borders safe.
Logan, I just want to say this is fantastic, man. Being able to hang out. And again, I like all kinds, when you do a specific topic or anything like that, but just hanging out and just, going over whatever geekness is happening. With Geek News of the Day, I always do open talks a lot myself. I really enjoy them. And this is just fantastic because you guys are all such great conversationalists. And that's what it is.
Appreciate you.
I don't know what that
Thank
means.
you.
Not you, Clobberin. What Adega is saying.
After swallowing the dreaded anti-hero Trailblazer, Pat becomes the voice.
Indomitable.
Yes.
Okay,
I
that
do not.
went full Tropic Thunder just now.
It's possible.
Could be.
Sound like a motivational cassette tape that needs to pass the salad. That's what it sounds.
Wow.
Everybody take care. Clobberin Times has a show coming up. What do you got? 45 minutes? In 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, interviewing my comic book writer. We were talking about comics earlier. Reached out to me. He's writing a new series for IDW. It's a Star Trek Voyager miniseries called Seven's Reckoning, and he wanted to talk about it. And I don't know him personally, so it'll be the first time I've met him. I've read the first issue, and going to talk to him about that tonight. Tomorrow night, the wonderful Raquel Briggs and I will be talking about all of the different Star Trek crews. Each characters, little character breakdown going there from all of the real Star Treks, of course, only 1966 to 2005, because that's all the real Trek there is. Thank you.
But what about Lower Decks?
Oh yeah, and then Saturday, by the way, the works of Alan Moore. I'll be talking about the craziest writer who ever lived in comics. All of his great works from the 80s. The nut job that he is. Sorry. Sorry.
And a quick shout out, just in case he's listening. Stafford Barbershop, guys, and nothing like a hot shave. Thank you guys so very much today. You guys made my day. Trimmed it all up, looking great. Thank you guys so very much. Everyone have a great night. Catch these wonderful gentlemen. Catch Clobberin Times tonight. 24/7 Fusion is dropping videos left, right, and center. And Fat Steven is guesting on everyone's channel and eating their cheesecake. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.
Oh shit.
And we'll see you next time.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Peace.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.